Good morning, everyone. Yes, I remembered to hit record because you're seeing this. If you have, or I should say, if you are seeing this clip, I remembered to hit record today. Anyways, I've got my hat on because the sun is shining. It's only about 75 out right now. Pleasant weather. My water with an energy drink in it because I need some help. And a chair because I'm going to try and tackle that one tall branch on my veteran peach and get it thinned out. I mean, I'm really going to thin it. That thing's bending to the point where I'm expecting to come out here to a busted branch every day. Anyways, so got to do the job, thinning out the peaches on this tree. And thought I'd just bring you along. I'm trying to figure out where to set up my chair under the peach tree here. And yeah, I'm going to set you up and you can watch me thin peaches. And then I got to do a few other things. So you're going to get to watch me do a lot of stuff. Oh, it's Saturday. I am tired, my hands hurt, and I got tendonitis. I also got piles of dirt to clean up, which I guess is okay because I do have places to put said dirt. And I do need the dirt. I just hate cleaning it out of the lawn when it's gotten long. It's harder to get all of it out when it's long. But we got to get this done, and so come along and let's thin some peaches for the moment. Then we'll tackle the next job. I got a lot to do and a little bit of limited bottled energy to do it with. So, also to all the new people, hi, I'm Meg. Little house in the country, which you cannot see because of my willow bush shrub. But yes, Meg's Little House in the Country. Thank you for clicking on today's video. If you like my videos, please share with a friend. Please, if you're not subscribed and you're watching this, consider subscribing. And click all on the notification bell. When you hit the notification bell, a little pop-up will come up. Hit all. That way you will be notified whenever I post a video, or on those rare occasions that I do a live stream, you'll get a notification. So, I live out, for a little bit of an intro, I live out here in the big wide open country area in East Idaho, and I post daily videos. Mostly started this a few years ago to let my children and grandchildren know what I am doing, since they all live in another state and we don't always see each other, and apart from occasional posts on Facebook, our chats in Messenger, yeah, this is a way for them to keep up on what I'm doing on a daily basis. It's just a little bit of my daily life every day. So I don't post too much. I don't really post what I do at work, but when I'm at home, I try to make little clips of what I do at home, whether I'm doing something or not doing something, how I'm feeling, whether I'm well, sick, tired, having tendonitis issues. This just keeps my family updated, and anybody else who would like to become one of my online friends, you can stay. It helps us to be able to stay in touch. So that's all for now, and I will turn you guys around and post this. I'm going to speed up the video and maybe add a little background music, and you can watch me thin some peaches. we got that done, more or less. I really did thin out up there at the top. If you remember how loaded down it was, we've now got the fruit is much farther apart, what is left. Ideally, you want your fruit on your branches. Let me find a branch where I've got it not ideally thinned. Like this one, for instance. I've got the fruit is several inches apart. You see there's about a 2-inch gap there. And there's about a 2.5 inch gap there. They're all about let's see. Yeah, that's probably about 3 inches apart. These are all about 2 to 3 inches apart. Ideally, actually, see these ones? Here's where I need to pull this one. This will give a good 4-inch spacing between the fruit. And ideally, you really want your fruit to be about 4 to 6 inches apart. Here I've got one fruit here, and I've got one peach over here, and then I've got 3 that are all clustered up together here. And that's just too many on that branch. None of them will get big. They'll stay small, and they will be tiny and shrimpy. So I am going to take 2 of them off for right now and see how things do. These are the ones I am taking off. I'm twisting to get it off without pulling the bark off. There, now I've got one here, and one up here. If it looks it starts getting too heavy, yeah. And then I've got these 2 have grown together, so ideally you would take one off and leave the other, but they have literally grown together, so you can't really get them apart. So this double one is going to go. There, now you got 1 and 2 on this branch. So, yes, it's sad to see all these peaches littered in my pumpkin bed where they're going to go and decompose. But at the same time, it's better to have your fruit spaced and get larger fruit than it is to have fruit too close together and end up with a lot of small fruit. There, pop that one off there. Had 2 of them too close together. And you can just see how just having one on this one and one on that one is really making them bend down under the weight. So yeah, ideally this one should go too. And then you've got one fruit here, one fruit over here about 6 inches, and another 6 inches, you got another fruit, another 4 inches, you got another one, then you got 2 of them really close together. I'm picking them off. Okay, now this branch is ideally spaced on its fruit. You know, one here, one here, one here, and one here. It won't be too much weight for the branch. So you can see how on my Contender it naturally thinned itself. But you see how one peach on that branch, there's one on that branch, one on that branch, but you see how big they are getting. They're very firm. They're almost ready to be picked. So I'm going to assume the Contender peach actually ripens in August. It's an August ripening peach, which would be nice because my Veteran and my Alberta both ripen in mid to late September. But you notice how they are. This branch here has 2 peaches, and you can see how the branches are just really weighed down under the weight of the peaches. You know, I'm gonna pick one. I just want to see if it's getting ripe yet. Oh geez, it doesn't want to pop off, but it feels kind of, well, not as hard as it did. So I think these are getting about ready to be picked. In fact, I think we've already got some ants. That looks like damage from ants. So I think these peaches are pretty much ready to pick now. But they're at a point where I think they could be picked. Yeah, I don't know. It's not popping off. A really tree-ripened peach will literally pop off in your hand. But you notice there's no stress on the tree overall, whereas that one is really gotten weighed down. Especially all these branches, you can see how they're just weighed down, and I thinned even more out today. So yeah, thinning your tree is very good. You get larger fruit. Now look under here. See what I see? I see peaches that are all too close together. So yeah, we're gonna, I mean, it's a sad fact of life, and if you don't want to actually be picking fruit off, you can actually thin out your blossoms in the spring. After they start to fade, you can go through and just pick your blossoms and say, okay, one blossom, leave one every 6 inches to develop its fruit, and then you don't have to pick actual fruit, because okay, now that looks much better on there. This whole branch looks much better. Okay, 2 more for decomposition. So that is thinning the peaches, which is something that has to be done. And I've been, you know, sometimes nature will do it for you. You get a big windstorm and you'll come out and yeah, half your peaches will be on the ground. Half your baby peaches on the ground. And yeah. All right. And that's it for peach thinning 101. So we are now out by the raised beds, where I'm going to try to not get watered, because I watered the raised beds last night. So they got very well watered, because it was like 7 o'clock in the morning before I remembered to come out and turn off the water, instead of doing it when I got out of bed. But now we got the field sprinkler. There, field sprinkler. And they're watering here, so that sprinkler closest to me will actually hit my raised beds as well. So everybody's getting well watered today. It also means this area is an area I won't be able to mow until they've moved that off over there. Oh boy. Anyways, we're going to try to get a quick look without getting a shower. Okay, try not to get wet. I'm watching the sprinkler, but yeah, I've got to come in here and thin out my nasturtiums again, because you notice this particular row right here tends to get huge, and then they cover up they're actually covering my squashes, which I don't want, because I want my squashes growing big. But at the same time, yeah. Okay. Well, my lemon cucumbers are putting out flowers now. So hopefully we'll be getting cucumbers soon. I have to check the ground cherries, but I'll do that later this evening after the sprinkler's been moved. But look at how far this has grown out into, it's almost all the way across my raised bed. That's why I come through here and I thinned out my nasturtiums. They need it. They're getting big. They're going wild. My tomatoes are doing pretty good. I think these will be getting ripe soon. They will turn a dark purple with green and gold on them. My mom, she already has of her Brad's atomic grape tomato, she already has some that are ripe, and we've even picked a couple yesterday. The peas are going wild again, so I'm watching that sprinkler. And I've got some pea pods that are almost look at that. They're almost big enough to be picked. Whoa! There's 1, 2, 3. We have lots of blossoms. Peas are going everywhere, and I've got to get out here today and stake up these tomatoes. So right now I'm gonna go clean up some dirt and then I'll be right back. Okay, I've gotten that pocket gopher dirt cleaned up. I spread it under the elm. I've got my laundry going and been hanging up laundry. Got another load in the machine. And I'm going to go over here and smooth out this pocket gopher dirt. And yeah, because this is just so rocky, I'm not even going to try to sift it. Look at all that. All there. That's all got to be smoothed out. So I'll let you watch me do that, and I'll get that done real quick. Okay, I got this all smoothed out as best I can. It's not perfect, but at least I'll be able to, in the future, mow the weeds. Because unfortunately we get a lot of weed growth here, and it's either take string trimmer and mow it. Really got to come out here and really cut down all the weeds that are growing along the fence. Oh boy. Yep, got to get that done. I also got to get and do some more weeding on my flower bed over there. They grow so fast. But yeah, need to do that. Just a little bit of weeding. Gotta get over here and mow over here too. Whoops, still zoomed in. Yep, gotta mow there. Weed my flower bed and mow. Yeah, mow everywhere. And it's about 80 degrees now. Yes, it's going to be a hot day today. They have predicted hot temperatures. So I have been getting the grass over here watered a bit because it was starting to look a little dry. So everything here needed to be watered, and yes, the water is hitting the pots. So the pots are getting watered. Everything's getting watered. I also got to take the garbage in and get my garbage dumped today. But so that's why the garbage bag is out. It was making my back porch stink up. So anyways, back to work, and let's on to the next job. Okay, well, next little clip. Got my string trimmer. I'm going to, instead of mowing out here, because it's gotten so high, I am going to do the string trimmer first. And I won't get too close to the sunflowers, but it's just so much easier to heft the string trimmer over the top of the fence and then climb through the fence and then do some trimming and then climb back the way I came. And that should actually work out pretty good. And I'll get this cut down enough that I can get my mower through it without choking up the mower. I might not get the mower through it till tonight, but that's okay. I'll give it a time to dry out, and it will need time to dry out. So I'm going to get to it. These weeds here are almost up to my knees. That's how tall they are. So I'm gonna get the string trimmer and I'm gonna trim a little, and then hopefully I will be able to get the mower through this section, which hasn't been mowed in about 3 weeks and is horribly long, and also weed around the bases of all my sunflowers, which are not very tall this year. I'm literally, next year, I am going to get compost tilled into this section. I'm going to have to just till straight compost. They need some enrichment in their soil. So, off to string trimming. Okay, I got this mowed down pretty good. It's pretty wet though. Yeah, a lot of moisture in those weeds and grasses, so before I can take the lawnmower over this, I'm going to have to let it dry out, or it will just choke up my mower. But we got this done. It's still fairly long, but oh god, let's see, get this through. There we go. Set it down so it doesn't tumble over on me. Last thing I want is that thing tumble over on me while I'm climbing through this fence. I mean, it's easier to climb through when I'm about 30 pounds lighter. Believe me, that back side of mine does. It makes a difference as to whether or not you can get in and out. Well, I got this put in. I do want to do a little string trimming at my mom's around her pumpkin patch, because it's either that or I gotta pull up. So let's see if I can get this in here. Get the string trimmer in the back. Got string trimmer in the back of the truck. I'll be taking the truck in to run errands today, and because I gotta get garbage. Need to clean out litter boxes and get that in, and yeah, then when I run my errands I will have that. Oh, eye protection, very necessary when you are string trimming, believe me. Okay, I'm going to toss this in, and of course they fall. All right, toss these in here. And I bought this 2 weeks ago, and it's already busted. The elastic in it is busted. That's Dollar Tree for you. I can buy these and have them last months and months and months and months, or they break immediately. You never know. Anyways, I am going to go in, get some dinner, lunch, and I'll be back out. Okay, folks, I am going to kind of clear the front door. And yes, I will save these, and hopefully either today or tomorrow, today's video or tomorrow's video, I will showcase putting all these extra green limbs through the wood chipper. Gotta use that thing sometime, and I think my hands are healed up enough I can drag it out of the house. And then run an extension cord to it because it's electric. But at the same time, we're going to get these at least trimmed down so we can get in and out that front door, and I will just pile them up somewhere here so they can be chipped. So let's get to it. Okay, that's what I can get for now. I'm gonna need to get a chair or something to get those very top branches. But yeah, they're starting to get up a little too tall up there. And I'm having a hard time grabbing them and trimming them. But we'll get that done. I'm gonna just take these and stack them in the flower bed here. And yeah, we'll mulch them up as soon as we can. Oh boy. That was a little bit of a workout. And it's in the 80s, so it's getting a little warm out here, even in the shade. I'm gonna have to go and run some errands soon, so yeah. We'll get that done, though. I'll get those tall ones eventually. But yeah, I'll get these all ready to be mulched. I want to mulch them while they're green. I think they'll make a great mulch. And there goes crop duster. Quite common in these parts this time of year. Okay, I'm here at Mom's. I do want to do some string trimming, but I am going to do some pruning. I'm going to get her loppers, and we're going to try to get some of these low-hanging branches trimmed up a bit, all around. This is supposed to be an elm, not a weeping willow. Okay, I have trimmed up all the low-hanging branches that I can reach, and that will hang up on your cars if you park under them. So now next time I park under here, it won't be scratching up the top of my car. Same with this spot. Now we're going to get a string trimmer, and we're going to go and do some string trimming on Mom's, around her pumpkin patch. At least until, oh boy, at least until I trying to juggle tripod and string trimmer. And I've got to get my sunglasses to protect my eyes. Oh boy, where's my glasses? All right, there they are. Got my glasses. All right, folks. Let's go, and you'll get to see the before and the after. All right, this is the pumpkin patch. I'm going to tell you, my mom's pumpkin patch is doing really good. I'm going to show you. Look at that pumpkin. That is a good-sized pumpkin. She's got one that's already turning orange. She's got a Big Max. Looks like a Big Max. Could be the Cinderella. She did get some Cinderellas. She's got another one down in here. And look, my hand on the pumpkin. That shows you how big that pumpkin is. She's got another big one here too. And there's another big one over there. And there's a big one over there. When I say my mom's pumpkin patch is doing well, it is doing very well. But we need to get all these weeds. And I'm not going to pull them up by hand. It's too much of a backache. So, she even has a new baby pumpkin. And a big pumpkin. Yep, this is the other big pumpkin. Different variety. She has a little baby pumpkin over there. Oh boy. Gotta get these vines out of the way so that when I do some trimming, I don't get the vines. Yes, this interior area will have to be weeded by hand. I mean, I did some weeding out here. You can tell I've weeded paths. But whereas for the rest of it, we are just going to take the string trimmer. And as long as I got battery, we're going to whack weeds Let's get this vine out of the way. I'll tuck it in there. And I'm not going to get too close to the pumpkins, but I am going to get the weeds. All right. Take a good look. This is the before. And here is the after. I've went and whacked weeds as far as the eye can see. So now you can see pumpkin vines. Yeah, any of this weeding in here, you have to get inside and weed and not step on the vine. But yeah, got all this taken down, all this taken down except for this one. This one did not want to weed whack. It was too thick and woody. So let's see if we can pull it up. Ugh. Boy, this one's tough. Hold on. I need 2 hands for this. Actually, I may need to come get my mom's lopper and just cut that out. But as you can see, everything's nice and short, except for the pumpkin vines, which are taking over this whole area. Yeah. The only thing that needs to be weeded is what is growing up around here. And yeah, these are getting pretty easy to get to. As you can see, just grab a hold, yank them down. Looks better already. But yeah. But can you imagine? She already has so many big pumpkins in here. They're just so large. Oops, somebody's car just keeps beeping. This is the second time. When I went to video the first time, it started beeping. But yeah, this is my mom's pumpkin patch. And it is looking good. Her pumpkins are looking awesome. I'm going to see if I can get this weed. There we go. Beautiful, isn't it? And that noise is something else. I'll talk to you later, folks. I gotta get the trimmer back in my truck. Well, I'm heading out. Home from Mom's now, as you can see. And had to clean up some more pocket gopher dirt. But the hole was fresh. So what I did was I put some gopher treats down there and then I put a rock on top of it. And we'll see if the gopher is hungry. But I did pick one of those peaches. I did take it and I ate it and they are ripe. They are perfect. I just had a feeling this morning because couple days ago I'm feeling them and they feel hard as rocks. Well, they feel a little different today. That's why I was thinking, I think these are ready to pick. So we're going to pick these Contender peaches. So let me turn you around. All right. So all I'm doing here is I'm just twisting them. But yeah, just like that. Just give them a little twist, put them in the basket. But like I said, they just felt different, you know? And when you look at them and you see that maybe the ants have been taste testing them, you're going, okay. But yeah, they just don't have that hard as rocks feel like they did a couple days ago. A couple days ago, they still felt hard. I mean, look at that. And it's juicing up immediately. This one I'm going to have put in the fridge. But yeah, they are at that perfect stage. So, it looks like I might actually have a peach that ripens in August, which will be nice since my other peaches won't be ripening till mid-September, and it's first part of August right now. So it's nice to have one fruit tree that'll... Okay, come on. I don't want to twist the whole branch. Yeah, I just want to give it a little twist and pop it off. There we go. Yeah, and this was the one that, see, I thought the ants had been taste testing it. You know, it just had that look like somebody had taken a little bite. Okay, this one does not want to come off very easily. Okay, let's see if we can, there we go. But yeah, this is nice to have, nice, and they're big, they're actually pretty good sized peaches too. Those are good sized peaches. I mean, this one's a little small, we got some small ones, but most of them seem to be pretty good sized. But I'm going to also account for that they weren't as thick as the peaches on my other trees. I mean, these are still teeny tiny peaches. And I'm still going through and I'm still picking, seeing where I missed, you know, taking a peach off here and there. And I'm still going through and thinning them out, which means hopefully the ones that are left will get bigger now, you know, now that the ones that I'm leaving will have a chance to get bigger and plumper and we'll get bigger fruit. Because bigger fruit is always what you want. Gonna have to take that one off too. But I keep finding more. But anyways, yeah, I'm hoping this tree continues to bear this well with this good of fruit. You know, and just gets better. Oh, there we go. We really, that one was really ripe. And yes, I'll give a couple of these to my mom. I think she will enjoy having some fresh picked peaches. Since she has veteran peaches like me, so her peaches aren't going to be ready until, well, until next month. It'll be another 6 weeks before the veteran peaches are ready. But yeah, I got me a basket full of peaches here. Well, not quite full. In 6 weeks we can fill it full, but I think that's pretty good. Don't you? Ah, and the sprinklers just went off. I think they're on timers, but they just now went off. So yeah, everything's been well watered. And I know I got some pocket gopher dirt in that area somewhere. It was on, I think it was on yesterday's video. So I'll have to go and take a look. But I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Well, came back and I got this area mowed. As you can see, it looks so much better, nice and short. I've got probably not much gas left in the lawnmower and only $1 to my name, so the rest of the mowing may have to wait. But I really need to come through here and mow here. Now this is from me weed whacking it while it was wet. Not really ideal. I may have to weed whack it and while it's dry, which won't be tomorrow morning because I'm hooking up the sprinkler and watering the pumpkins tonight. It's their turn for water. Yeah, all these vines going wherever they want. Yes, and I got more baby. I'm looking. I don't have anything growing in my garden, nearly as big as what my mom's got growing in hers. Oh boy. Hers must have started blooming several weeks before mine did. Because, well, I see lots of baseball-sized babies. I do not see any big ones. Oh, and I'm still popping peaches off of here as I find them too close together. Oh, well. Thinning the flowers next year. So less heart-wrenching than thinning actual fruit. Oh, I'm assuming I got baby pumpkins in here somewhere. But I mean, really, how can you see anything through all those vines? Oh, I wonder if I can make my way through here still, or if it's becoming quickly impossible. Don't look at all the baby peaches I plucked off. But I'm trying to see. I thought at one time, can't see it now, simply because of the vines, but I thought I had a baby pumpkin down in that corner down there somewhere. Hard to see now, but there should be a pumpkin down there somewhere. It's just really hard to see or even focus. Too many leaves in the way. They're gotten too big. Oh well, I'm assuming that until they get big enough to actually visually see them through the leaves, we have baby pumpkins in here somewhere. It's just getting harder to peer through the leaves, that's all. Occasionally I see the little teeny tiny ones like that. But yeah, as for anything else, well, I just have to go on faith now. Just go on faith that at least there is something in here somewhere. Anything sprouting on the edges I'll see, but anything out in the middle, well, I guess we'll see it when it gets big enough to show up through the leaves. Oh boy. That's how we grow our pumpkins. We got a sea of pumpkin vines now. The only thing we're going to see is what we can see around the edge. But yes, and you guys are all supposed to be at least 2 feet taller than you are. You should be tall as me, or taller by now. I think that one's going to be blooming soon. And see how short it is? It's not even as tall as I am. Ah, geez, so much for mammoth sunflowers. They're short again this year. And that's with the extra feeding and stuff. Extra watering. I only got a few that got really tall. Oh well. Next year, I'm going to really do a good job fertilizing. So, any big baby pumpkins in here? Who knows? Definitely won't know now until they get huge. And don't worry, they will get huge. At least this year I got lawn clippings in there. And yeah, it's going to be a long video. I've got all the stuff I did today. But I did get quite a bit accomplished, helped my mom out, and I got a few things done. And you only got one vine and you're barely out of there. Oh, that's a dying. I think you need a little extra help. We're going to have to get you some more fertilizer. See, you should look like that, and you don't. Should look like that, and you don't. You have one skinny little vine coming out. and you didn't fill the whole entire tire and cover it like your friends did. Even the fairy tale pumpkins did a better job covering up their tires. I'm gonna go over here. I know I've got a pumpkin around here somewhere. Let's see. There it is, and it's getting bigger. I knew I had pumpkin out here by the cinder blocks. Yep, it is getting bigger. Can't really see it too good, but it's getting bigger. That's my biggest baby. Okay. Well, it's almost time to set you guys up and catch a sunset. So, I'm going to bid you all good night, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, because you'll be viewing this video on Sunday. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye bye.